Hey, welcome back. Hope everybody is having a great Tuesday, and thank you so much for joining me talking all things Masters of the Universe. Today, guys, we're looking at the final figure of the cartoon collection, Wave 23, that of HORDAK, the ruthless leader of the evil horde. We're going to be doing a review of the packaging only. No unboxing today, but we're going to be doing a review of the figure in the packaging, the beautiful artwork he comes with. We'll do some comparisons to the other versions of HORDAK that we have received in the Origins line, okay, to see the many differences of HORDAK here throughout the years. All right, and go for that, including his Super 7 Filmation style look, thanks to Pixel Dan and Dark Horse Comics. All right, so if you are new to my channel or first time watching, I hope you will subscribe afterwards. I hope you'll hit that like button, and thank you for doing that. Hit that notification bell when you upload new videos, and please share this video who has a passion and a love for collecting all things Masters of the Universe. Without further ado, let's take a look at cartoon or Filmation style HORDAK. All right, here he is in the packaging. Of course, once again, you have the 40th anniversary of She-Ra sticker right there, like we saw with He-Man when his 40 year came out. There's old HORDAK, so you get HORDAK twice. Nice glamour shot of HORDAK right there. You get He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. That beautiful, like fiery orange-red smoke around Grayskull that the Horde has been taken over Grayskull or attacking Grayskull. I love it. You got the red eyes of Grayskull, the Filmation style of Grayskull. You got HORDAK, the ruthless leader of the evil horde, and there he is in the packaging. All right. I mean, once again, Origins and Filmation they nailed it perfectly. And there's some things I love about this figure, and a couple things I do not like about this figure. All right. So there he is. You got the Horde symbol right there. There's the Cartoon Collection logo. You got the Time Stop device, which was a very popular episode of the Princess Power episode. All right, but there he is. Looks very good. The detail looks amazing. I mean, they have absolutely nailed the look of him. All right. Around to the back, we got some nice glamour shot right there of him using his time stop with Imp right there on his shoulder right there. I hope we get him. I really do hope we get Imp at some point in Origins. I think that would be a nice touch for us, as big fans of HORDAK. I really hope he gets his little buddy. And there's Mantana right there being frozen by the time stop. There he is. There's the old time stop right there. The time stop device. All right. There's Manny Faces, and there's HORDAK, and of course Triclops right there. And the episode is called Luki Leads a Hand, and that's that little character that would hide in the Princess of Power show. And then at the end, he would ask us, like, "Did you find me?" This is probably the only time where he was a central character on that episode, and he moved around. And also, this was a guest starring role for He-Man. He came over to help out. And one of my favorites, I would say, one of my favorite episodes of the Princess of Power He-Man crossover when he came over. All right, let's go take a look at old HORDAK here. All right. Now, like I said, they have absolutely nailed him perfectly with his look, and detail of him looks amazing. There's a couple things I wish they would have included. One thing I just said, I wish they would have included his little buddy Imp with this character. I think that would have been a nice touch. Another thing which I'm going to show you, because this is not the first time we got a Filmation style version of HORDAK in the Origins line, as you remember. Now, the first version, or the single carded version, okay, we got this right here. Let's take a look at these two here. These two variants of HORDAK here. And when it comes to HORDAK, I have my loose collection. I only have one loose version of HORDAK in my collection, and it's the Buzzsaw HORDAK, which I customized myself to give him more of that Filmation style look to him. So with this version, you can see the differences. Look at, you have the Filmation, what we saw on screen, to compare what we got in stores back in the 80s. Look at the differences between these two figures here. First of all, I love that you can see, look at the head sculpts here. And the one with the Filmation style version, which I'm going to show you here in a minute, part of that 4 Horde pack, if you remember that version of HORDAK, has that same type of really giant, big head sculpt. With this version of HORDAK, it's much more smaller, and it looks like you can get more range of movement with this version of HORDAK compared with this one. You can't even move the head around. It's just the full head. Which here's that buzzsaw version right here, real fast, guys. All right, so this is my custom made version of HORDAK that I did myself with the body parts of Webster to give him that bluish type of filmation style look to him. All right. So, but even like you can see the head sculpt is fully moved, like the top of his I don't know, crown. I don't say crown, or is this his hood? I guess is not part of his head. It's part of his overall outfit. Even look at the outfit. It's much smaller, more it's more smaller than his original Origins version. Okay. Or yeah, his more 80s inspired version of him. So it's a much more smaller head sculpt, which looks like it gives you more range of movement with him. Now you can see that he does not come with a crossbow or anything like that. His feet, usually he has that horde symbol on his boots right there. This version does not, because in the Filmation cartoon, it's based off that. He did not have a horde symbol on his boots. But I will say that I prefer this version of the horde symbol on this version of HORDAK compared to this one. This one's still amazing, but I feel like this one here has more detail with him instead of and not with the Filmation version right here. All right, but he looks incredible. Now, speaking of which, okay, we did get a Filmation style version of HORDAK in Origins. All right. Now, the one thing I will say about this version, another problem I have, and I'm sure you've seen a lot of reviews on this, on him, and you might have him too in your collection, is that the lack of one thing, all right, and there is no weapon with HORDAK here. There's no arm cannon, with this figure. Of course, I mean, no crossbow, no weapon of any kind. Only he comes with is that time stop. Now, his Filmation version that came out in that horde pack, okay, which I have right here, which you've seen thousands of times in my background here. I can put him right here. You see the differences between these two figures. This version does include an arm cannon here. And you can see, even so, I mean, if you have this one loose in your collection, and when you have this one, you can basically do an arm swap. You can pop that arm off and put it on this version if you want to do that. You can. Also, if you prefer the horde symbol on the boots right here, you can do that with this version. You can mix and match. You can come up with some great ideas. But I'd say I do like the fact that, like I said, the horde symbol on this version of his Filmation style look is more like detailed. It looks more 3D. It's like this version here, there's no detail. There's no face sculpt or nothing like that. It's just that bat version. So I really wish they would have given us that same, look of the horde symbol on this version of the chest, like they did here. But I do love his range of movement here. He looks great. Don't get me wrong. He looks amazing. All right, and you can see with this version of the of his suit or his armor, it's a full-on armor which he clips right there on the side right there. All right, where this version you can see there's it's like tubing right here around him. It's more slimmed down on the body here. Of course, with the Filmation style versions, the belt is just a plain silver belt or gray belt. Where this one, you can see that classic dots on the belt right here of HORDAK here. Even the symbol right there, of the horde symbol on his armband is right there. But with Origins, you can mix and match. You can pop this arm off and that arm off and put it on this version of HORDAK if you wish, to give it more detail and give it that combination of both styles from the 80s line and the Filmation cartoon if you wish. And that's the beauty of Origins, is that we can do that. And if you don't like it, you can just put it all back to normal, and there's no no fuss, no muss, nothing. And, you just go back, and you can change it up, you can customize, you can use your imagination, basically. It's plug and play. And of course, we are getting what I'm really, really looking forward to is that sketchbook series. I don't know about you guys, getting that first version of HORDAK, and Grizzlor, is going to be amazing. I cannot wait. I don't know if that's going to be a Mattel Creations exclusive, or a Walmart exclusive, or a Target exclusive, or an Amazon exclusive. Nothing's been said yet. There's been no announcement. Just images, and I think Pixel Dan just did a review of. Please check him out. Pixel Dan just did a review on his channel with this version of HORDAK and that sketchbook series version of HORDAK and Grizzlor, and they look amazing. They look incredible. I cannot wait to dive in those figures and take a really deep look of the first version of Grizzlor and HORDAK, and a couple of the figures he announced that he saw in the comic that, and I think in this comic here, I believe, that is going to be a really interesting. There's a Horde member called the Brain, which was another concept of, I think, of the original Mosquitor, I believe, if I'm remembering correctly. So that's going to be very interesting. That's going to be a little tease of another sketchbook series, the Brain, I think, which was, supposed to be Mosquitor before Mosquitor became Mosquitor, right? Now, of course, I do have. You know what? No. I'm going to wait, because I feel like this is a good, doing a series like we've been doing our Versus series, Cartoon Collection versus New Eternia or Masters figures in comparison. And I feel like I have a good HORDAK one. We still need to do the bad guys. We did the good guys a couple weeks ago. I think it's almost time to do some bad guys. But before we leave, I do want to show you his Super 7 version of HORDAK, thanks to Pixel Dan. That same Pixel Dan and Dark Horse Comics book right here. Here he is right there. Came out in 2018, part of the Evil Horde. In this variant, you see he does come with somewhat of a plastic arm cannon, a red version of his crossbow, but there he is in the packaging. All right, the Ruthless Leader. Figure twist for a powerful punch. Okay. And there is his little plastic little arm cannon that he would, I guess, fit over the hand right there. That would have if they would have given us that, give us tribute of that version of the arm cannon, that would have been fine with me. I think that would have been a nice touch. All right, but there's a nice glamour shot right there. She-Ra, an old He-Man right there, and some sort of maybe slime or some sort of pit of acid. Looks like, I don't know, some swamp. There he is. Oh, there's HORDAK right there, and look at Hero right there. Another figure I would love to get in, Eldor. I think, wasn't he the part of the Eternia playset that we missed out on? Getting Hero and Eldor as a 2-pack maybe from Origins would be amazing. I mean, any new figure from Origins will be absolutely incredible. But there he is, front to back, side to side. All right. But when it comes to this version of HORDAK, everybody, I feel like they've absolutely nailed it. I think this run is by far the best version of HORDAK they have released in Origins. But if you are more of that old Scott, that 80s vibe and feel to HORDAK or any of the figures, this one is still an amazing figure as well. But let me know in the comments below, what's been your favorite version of HORDAK across the entire, modern day collecting. Is it Origins? Is it Masterverse? Or is it the CGI line? Because the CGI line also included a version of HORDAK from their toy line. This version of HORDAK right here. All right. So if I had to go rank them from best to least, I guess best to least best, or by top, this one number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4. Only because this one's customized because of the blue skin. I always considered, I don't know why they made HORDAK's You know what I mean? It's still an iconic figure, and it looks amazing. But I don't know why they went with a blue type skin with the Filmation style version of Hordak and give him a more of a grayish look to him and his more 80s vibe or look. In fact, I even have that version of Hordak. Hang on, everybody. Here is my vintage version of Hordak here, everybody. I'm sorry. So this is my vintage version of old Hordak here. All right, it's not, but there's my vintage version right there. It's just that is supposed to be the Origins version is inspired to. Right there, not the best. It's pretty banged up, but still, look at even with the bat right there, and his old crossbow right there. But compared to this version here, I think they absolutely nailed it. Let me know in the comments below. First of all, do you think they should have like at least had an arm cannon with him? I really think they did. Also, like I said, I think they should have included Imp with this version of Hordak. I think that was a nice little touch with the figure. Other than that, the suit looks amazing. The skin tone, the face sculpt, even with the smaller face sculpt, which allows you to for more movement of the head inside the uniform here, is a nice touch. Even the mohawk is more detailed with this figure here compared to his evil horde version right there. As you can see right there, it's got more detail in there. But I will say I do like the horde symbol on the original Origins. Even with his vintage version, you can see the evil horde face sculpt more detailed on the chest plate of these versions of Hordak, and with not this one here. So that's my only thing. I really wish it came with an arm cannon, Imp, and more detail of the horde symbol on the figure. But other than that, you can see the differences. Also, you've seen, with the cartoon collection, it's got more definition in the muscles of the legs right there compared to his original Origins version right there. But like I said, also is it's plug and play, and you can customize these figures if you wish. If you want to give Hordak that arm cannon right there, the whole arm, you can plug and play, and you can come up with some very amazing versions of Hordak in your collection. So let me know in the comments below your thoughts and feelings of Hordak here from the cartoon collection. And also, like I said, I will, once I get him, again, I do hope you will join me for doing unboxing. This boxing is pristine. I mean, first of all, it's unpunched. The corners are not bent at all. They look amazing. So I'm definitely not going to be unboxing this one. I'm going to keep it very pristine, hopefully, in my boxed collection of these amazing figures. All right, guys, I'd like to take time now to, of course, to thank my subscribers. Thank you so much for joining me today, guys. This has been a lot of fun. And, of course, tomorrow, don't forget to hit that notification bell. Now, with having Hordak in here now, I can now finally give you my top 5 favorite cartoon collection figures of 2024. And I did not forget, I will also be doing in a future date, maybe the next day, with Masterverse in the Mattel Creations exclusive line. Unless I'm mistaken, I think there was only a couple of those figures that were released. Unless I'm tripping, I think there's only two. I think there were only 2 figures that came out in 2024. Man, what am I thinking? I know it's the Horde Trooper, and at least the Horde Trooper and Snout Spout was the 2 figures. But I might do an overall look at all the exclusive Mattel Creations exclusive figures of the Masterverse line at some point. And I do hope you join me for that. And of course, if anything else comes my way, anything new, I'm still on the hunt. It's Christmas time. People are shopping like crazy. I might have to wait until after Christmas. Hopefully that's not the case. The finding that She-Ra line, Hordak, and of course Triclops, or anything new in the Master Universe. So I do hope you will join me for that. All right, when I do get those figures and do a deep dive and do an unboxing. So thank you for your understanding for that, guys. All right, everybody. All right, so I hope everybody has a great Tuesday, and I'll see you guys on Wednesday. Take care, And have a good one, everybody.